What's up, you guys? First of all, thanks for the support. Whether I get 1 view, 10 views, or 100 views, I appreciate all of it. For the past couple of weeks, I've been thinking of ways to make the channel better and provide the best content that I can. And then it dawned on me. The Real Talk segment, although great, it's probably a little overdone. So we're going to try something new. It's going to be called Sound Off. It's where I take a hot topic in the industry, in the gaming industry, talk about it, give my opinions, and then I may open it up to phone calls from you guys as the channel grows. But for now, it's just about me venting about crap. So for the inaugural topic I'm going to be sounding off on, we're going to be talking about the Trump presidency and violent video games. Now, I know what you're thinking because I was thinking about it too. What does Donald Trump have to do with violent video games? Over the past few weeks, since the tragedy in Parkland, Florida at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School, Donald Trump has been on a crusade to end gun violence. I say that sarcastically because the first thing he decided to go after were violent video games. No, it's okay. This is a guy that said during his campaign that he wasn't afraid of the NRA, among other things that he promised during his campaign for the White House. Politicians have had this warped sense of viewing games since the early 90s when Joe Lieberman got on the Senate floor and was protesting about how games should be enriching a child's mind instead of polluting it and teaching us how to inflict torture. Look, there has been no link whatsoever to any kind of violence in video games. In fact, there have been numerous studies done debunking this fact. On the contrary, there have been studies done that have shown that people that play video games are less likely to commit a violent crime. In fact, games are used as coping mechanisms for many types of people. Sick kids use them in hospitals. I know when I was growing up, my mother had trouble, mothering. And so I escaped in my games from what I was dealing with in reality. Now, I'm not saying that we are not influenced at all by the things that we take in. Trevor Noah said it best on The Daily Show a few weeks ago now. We are literally influenced by everything that goes on in daily life. I mean, let's be honest. Call of Duty is not going to make me want to enlist in the army and attempt to save the world by emptying boundless amounts of clips into people, because that's not how this works. Mortal Kombat isn't going to make me want to take a slice out of somebody's face. Super Mario Brothers isn't going to make me want to go and jump on a short person's neck. You get the point. Now, the reality of it all. Something that our president honestly does not have a firm grasp on. Video games are already regulated. You can't walk into a store as a 9-year-old and purchase a copy of Grand Theft Auto. You can't walk in and purchase a copy of Mortal Kombat. Donald, I'm talking directly to you. In case you don't know, the name of the rating board is the ESRB, which stands for the Entertainment Software Ratings Board. Most games are rated E through M. everyone, teen, mature, and on very rare occasions, adults only. Now let it be known that a game like that has not been released in the United States yet. This all boils down to one thing: bad parenting. Here's another bite of reality for you. Kids are smart these days. Hell, even back in my day, we weren't stupid. My next door neighbor had a copy of Mortal Kombat for the Sega Genesis, and whenever my mother asked me what I was doing at his house, I didn't openly say we were playing Mortal Kombat because it was not allowed, quite frankly. I didn't play an M-rated game until I was about 14. Anyway, I get off track. My point is this: kids are smart. If they don't get you to go to the store with them, they will easily find someone else. They'll find poor grandma, who just wants to make their grandson or granddaughter happy by buying them the latest video game so they can be the coolest grandma on the block. Or one day they'll sneak into Brother Jimmy's room and have access to all of his video games. Video games are seen more of an art form than a mundane piece of entertainment. Established actors have been loaning their voices and likenesses to video games in recent memory. The one that stands out mostly to me is Kevin Spacey in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Now it seems like more A-listers are jumping on the bandwagon. I mean, hell, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare had its antagonist played by Kit Harington of Game of Thrones fame. So, yeah, I think games are gonna overtake Hollywood anyway, in my honest and humble opinion. Here's the bottom line: the only way to control violence is by taking away guns. And I'm not even talking about all guns. A person has a right to defend themselves or their home, but why? Why do you need an assault rifle with a bump stock to do it? And this is another touchy opinion. I believe that members of the military, when they are inactive and just normal civilians walking everyday life, do not need access to these types of weapons. You're not going to have an army of people trying to rob you. You're probably going to have 1, 2, 3 at the most. And don't even get me started on the threat that arming teachers poses. You know, you walk in one day, things are going great. All of a sudden, you get fired. The fired teacher gets the idea. Oh, hey, I have a gun. You can have a hostage situation, or maybe worse. You want to do something, take the guns away from the bad guys, because trust me, politicians everywhere, the last group of people that you want to anger is the nerds. They can hack your shit. I'm sorry if I alienated some people talking about this topic, but these things needed to be said. Like it or not, video games are protected under the First Amendment of the United States Constitution, as they are considered an art form. Anyway, that's all the time I have for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to leave a like, leave a comment, and it would really help me out if you subscribed, because YouTube is kind of broken right now. Follow me on all my forms of social media, which I will link below. And that's it, guys. Have a great day.